Welcome back, Switch Leaders. We're so excited to have you guys this Wednesday. And this Wednesday will be the last week that we are having our message series, A Letter to Young Leaders. And then after that, next week, we actually have Switch Out. So just like Ashlyn and Q aren't here right now, they're not going to be next week.
You're right, Katani. They are not going to be here next week, and neither will I. And that is because we are going to be at operational staff meeting, which is where we as a staff get to gather and get to hear about what the vision for our church is this year. So it's super important and super fun for us to get to go be a part of. But what's also super fun for you is that if you're not a Switch group leader, this is an amazing time for you to get to rest and recharge on a Wednesday night, maybe spend some time with your family that you wouldn't normally get on a Wednesday night, and super fun for Switch group leaders because you get to do Switch Out. So that's something to be thinking of. But the week after that will be February 5th. We have a Switch Bowl here. We are coming back, coming in hot, if you will, with some fun and some hype. So if you are a Switch leader at all, you should be showing up in a jersey. You should be leading your groups to invite. That way we can have a super fun time here for Switch Bowl.
And then after that, we have even more fun things. We're starting a new series called Getting Relationships Right. And we're so excited for you guys to start that. And something even more exciting, Courtney, is that you're leading one of those messages, huh?
Yes, the first week. So be here, watch me hopefully not embarrass myself.
No, she's gonna be great, guys. We're so excited. But for now, let's jump into Switch Group Leaders. Switch Group Leaders! We're so excited to have you guys on this special segment dedicated to you guys. We want to say that this week is Challenge Week, and we want to remind you just how you guys are challenging your students. I know specifically for me and my girls, shout out 10th grade girls. Specifically for my girls, we're doing Bible study plans. We're holding them accountable to things that they say are issues. How do you turn your bad habits into a Jesus habit? And so we're reaching out to girls consistently, trying to do it daily just to make sure that they're actually practicing those solutions that we talked about in group. Courtney, what about you?
Yeah, and middle school girls, maybe no shocker, but our girls have a really hard time speaking kindly of others. And so for us, we've really been challenging them in the way that they speak about others, but also knowing that the word is what will transform their heart. So getting them in Bible plans, holding them accountable to signing up for the Bible plans that we send out, for actually completing them, being very specific when asking for prayer requests, not letting them stay surface level. A couple weeks ago, we had, if you will, a heart-to-heart in our Switch group and really just called more out and asked them, like, why are you showing up to Switch? What do you hope to get out of this? Because at the end of the day, like, this is an opportunity for you to grow in your faith, and we want to make sure that that's what's happening. So really just challenge them, no more surface level. And while it was awkward and while we sat in this moment of silence for quite some time, what happened is those girls opened up, and now they are leading the way and starting their own Bible study on Saturdays because they understand their need for Christ in a new way. So I would challenge your girls and challenge your guys, because I know we're not all Switch group girl leaders, but challenge them and call them to more, because what you may not realize is that they know that they need more. They just need someone to help show them how to access that and how to get there. So that's how we've been challenging my girls. What's next?
Well, I was going to say, like, as hard as you said it was and how awkward it was, but the fruit of that labor, and that's exactly what you guys can start by doing. If you haven't yet, we're week 3 in this thing. If you haven't yet, it's about time. We have Switch Out coming up, like we talked about earlier, and that's really a space where you can do that, because if you think about, we have that 2 hours at Switch, but that really intentional 30 minutes just gets expounded to that time with your girls or your guys that you can dig in, have those vulnerable moments, or if that's not what your group needs right now, like maybe community is what you guys need. Maybe you guys need to have a fun time. Maybe you've been deep. Maybe you've been down there and been talking about the hard stuff, and you just need some time to hang out and really grow fellowship. That could be what you need. Check in with your group leaders, see what the temperature is like, and see what you guys need for your Switch Out, and start planning yesterday. You should have been planning. Something that we're doing in our group is we're creating journals for all of our girls' words of the year, and we're gonna kind of get deep into what they are trying to achieve this year with their relationship with Christ, and like I said, those bad habits and the good habits, how they're actually applying them. So
yeah, absolutely. And as you're thinking about Switch Out, if you are someone whose co-leader is not going to be able to be there, I know for me, my co-leader is not going to have me because I'm going to be at operational staff meeting. Make sure that you're letting your coaches know. Make sure that you are connecting with maybe another Switch group leader. That way you have 2 leaders. We have to make sure that we have 2 leaders when we are meeting with our students. So make sure that you're doing that. Also, another important thing to do is make sure that parents know that they're not dropping their kids off here on that Wednesday. Make sure that they know the plans, that you're connecting with them and communicating with them. Just be super intentional with your communication so that we don't miss out on an amazing opportunity to really connect and go deeper with our kids.
Absolutely. And if you haven't, like I said, done those things yet, reached out to parents, reached out to your co-leaders, had that temp check with your students. Start doing that this Wednesday to make sure that you're prepared for Switch Out. But with that, let's jump into final thoughts.
Final thoughts. Wasn't that fun? That was actually really cool to see 2 Switch group leaders here having an opportunity to share what God is doing in their groups, and we want more of it. And see where that space happens every single week is at 6:15 in pre-huddle. If you are not showing up to pre-huddle at 6:15, talking through your plan, executing, learning, doing temperature checks, all the different things, it really does matter because it helps prepare us to be effective with our relationships with students and helping them grow in relationship with one another. But then on top of that, help them grow relationship in Christ. And so all that to say, be here at 6:15 for huddle. If you're a Switch group leader, get here for huddle for sure at 6:25 when we kick things off and get into the night. Lastly, I'll say, sign up on Geneva. Make sure that you are there, putting in that you're going to be here or not going to be here. Those things are really important. That helps us prepare for an experience if you're not going to be present. So all that to say, I'm excited for this week. Can't wait to see you. With all that said, Switch Nation.